a comment I got under one of my posts. It says, the church brought spiritual freedom, education, health, and civilization. What do we gain fighting and hating, and against who? Embrace peace and eternal life. How can people be ignorant like this? You say the church brought civilization to Africa. They brought education. They brought health. Have you ever thought why all this was done in Africa? Okay, let's even start from civilization. Have you forgotten that civilization started in Africa? These people brought nothing new to Africa. What they brought to Africa is foreign culture. They brought their foreign culture to replace our own culture, or they brought their own foreign civilization to replace our own civilization and called our culture uncivilized. So we have to give up our culture and adopt their own culture. And this very foreign culture that we have adopted in Africa has made us a dumping ground for foreign countries. We now depend on other countries because whoever drives the culture drives the market. Now that they have made us fall in love with their culture that they now call civilization, we now have to depend on them. That is why we heavily import things into Africa and we export nothing, because we have adopted a foreign culture. The second thing he talks about is education. Have you ever asked yourself, why did they decide to open schools in Africa? They came to Africa and they wanted to make sure that they are going to dominate us for all eternity. And for them to do so, they need to capture the minds of our children. And they set up these schools as indoctrination centers, where they ask our parents to send their children so that they can teach them the ways of the white man. And when our children went there, they were miseducated. That is why Western education has not been able to develop Africa. As a matter of fact, an educated African is even more of a problem to Africa than an uneducated one. Because in Africa, what they are doing is not education. They are miseducating us, and it is a well thought out strategy. And the church is the one that is championing this effort. When you send your children to these mission schools, they come back and they start hating everything about themselves. They don't want to eat your food anymore. They don't want to dress like you anymore. They don't want to talk like you anymore. Anything about their origins and their roots, they start hating. They even go there, get baptized, and be given Christian names, new names that have no bearing and no connection to their roots and their ancestry. The aim has always been indoctrination of the Africans so that they can continue dominating us for all eternity. So why should I honor them for opening their schools in Africa? Before they came to Africa, we had schools in Africa. The third thing you talk about is healthcare. Before they came to Africa, we had our own healthcare systems that were well structured. They only brought foreign systems to